I on. Good afternoon. Woo. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Listen, I have plenty of apologies to be making. I don't see this. Pushing my way through to make sure that I'm present. I got that part down pat. Making sure I pray and get before God to hear and to do what it is that I'm supposed to. I got that part down pat. But listen, navigating this time and getting this time right is still a little issue here for me. One moment. It's still a little issue for me, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Nevertheless, I declare that I have it. I'm going to have it. I'm going to get it right. But how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Welcome to Nuggets for Wisdom with yours truly, Lady C. I want to say welcome to everyone. And yesterday we had an interesting topic, a very, very interesting topic yesterday, where we talked about what are we teaching the next generation through our lifestyle, by the things that we say and what they're watching us do. What are we teaching them? And we needed to sit down and really think about it and see if what we are imparting to them, if what we're imparting to them, if that would cause them to be able to live in this world and really stand to be the man or woman of God that God has called them to be. And we talked about if we're teaching them to be manipulators, are we teaching them to be toxic? Are we teaching them to be deceivers? Are we teaching them to be gangbangers? Are we teaching them to be swingers? Or are we teaching them to be women and men of God? What is it that we're teaching them? And we have to be honest about it. What are we really teaching them? Okay? We have to be honest about it. What are we teaching them through our lifestyle? What are they seeing through the things that we do? What are they hearing through the things that we're saying? They're paying attention. Many times, like we said yesterday, we think that they're asleep, but they're not asleep. They're listening to us. They're listening to the things that we say. They're watching our moves. They're paying attention. They're very wise. The Word of God tells us that they are wiser but weaker. And we have to remember that they can figure out things in their minds easily. Very easy. They can figure things out. But they can't endure the process of situations. And they cannot make sound decisions because they cannot articulate right the way that we can articulate. And we have to understand this and know that when we allow them to see things and when we allow them to hear things, that there is a very high chance that they would not be able to properly decipher and know the difference and be able to sort it out. We have to know that. So we have to be careful as to what we're doing and what we're saying and to know that what we are doing and what we're saying, how it's affecting their lives. Okay, we dealt with that yesterday. Now, one of the questions that I want to ask you today is, who's being honest about it and really paying attention as to what is going on? Who is being honest enough to say, well, yes, I do this in the front of them. I do say this in the front of them. Yes, I act this way. They saw me do this. They saw me do that. And be honest about it and ask God to help you to close that door that you opened for them to come through. Because at the end of the day, they're going to come through whatever doors that we open. And we went over yesterday also how it is that our foreparents, our parents, our grandparents, our aunties and uncles, they never did anything in the front of us, but yet still we walked through that door. And how is that possible, one may ask? It's because we're both spirit and natural body. We're physical, we're natural body, we're physical, and we're spiritual. And oftentimes, a lot of times, we tend to deal with the physical and not worry about the spirit. And the spirit world is the real world. The spirit part of you is the most important part. And so that's what they did. They made sure physically that we did not see them, we did not know what was going on. But spiritually, the door was opened. And they did not close it, so we came through. So here it is now. We came through the door is still open. The door needs to be closed so that the kids, the next generation, won't come through the door. We're opening more doors with our lifestyle because we've become bolder. We're not hiding what we do. We're allowing them to see it. We're talking about loving ourselves and doing what it is that we want, living our best lives, and not realizing that some of the decisions that we're making in living our best lives is causing them to have a mindset that they can do what they want to do, they can say what they want to say, they can move how they want to move, and not realizing that this mindset can cost their life because times are not the way that it was in our time growing up. The things that we got away with, they cannot get away with it now. Okay? Things was not the same. But yet still they think that they can do it and they would be able to get away with it. But they can't. So what is going on? It's creating a problem with the next generation. We owe it unto them to take time out and train them, take time out and have some conversations with them to let them know that guess what? Some things do not go the way that they think that it will go. It don't happen the way that they think that it happens. And we have to have these conversations with them and bring them to that knowledge so that they can understand. We did some things in our era, in our time, that we got away with, but now it's not that easy for you to get away with. And because it's the time has changed, and what we talked about time and season and what time are you in, because the time has changed, the things that we did you cannot do. The things that we got away with, thank you, they cannot get away with. It's a completely different time now. And so we have to take the time out and teach them this. We have to take the time out and sit down and have some hard conversations with them, letting them know that there are serious consequences for your actions. Very serious consequences for your actions. And the consequences can lead to you not being able to be upon the face of the earth anymore. The consequences can lead to you spending life behind bars. The consequences can lead to you having to be on the run for the rest of your life and never get to see your kids. Eventually, the police catch up with you and unalive you, or you end up behind bars. So these are things that we have to talk to them about and let them know that you cannot do certain things, no matter how you feel, or you feel that it's your life, or you think you can do whatever and you can make your own decisions. But in making your own decisions, we have to let them know that you have to think about the consequences of your decisions, because you could make your own decision, but at the end of the day, when you make your own decision, Think about what is attached to your decision. Think about what comes next.
You have to think about
what with your decision.
because you could make your own decision, but at the end.
Okay, sorry about that. It was on the iPad. But we have to break it down and explain this to them so that they can understand what is actually going on. And when you make this decision, know that the person you made this decision about is going to make their decision also. They have to come to an understanding of that. That when they make their decision, everyone is entitled to make their own decision. So that they would know that from their decision, other decisions are going to come forth. And from those decisions that come forth, are you willing to deal with it? Because sometimes those decisions can trickle down to your loved ones. Are you ready to handle that? It's not just about you. It's about your kids. It's about your brothers and sisters. It's about your parents. How will it affect them? These are things that they have to now begin to examine. We're hearing too much stories. We're seeing too much things that is going on in the world now, whereas the decisions that were made, how it affected the family, how it got to the family, how this one got hurt because of that, how the next one got hurt because of that, how uncle is spending jail time because he was defending the family. These are things that we have to think about in our decisions, and these are things that we have to take time out and explain to the children and let them know that it's just not what you think. And yeah, you have a hard mouth now saying, well, you would deal with it or whatever comes. But at the end of the day, are you really ready to deal with the consequences? To think about it, because you're going to be away from your family. You're going to be away from your children. You're going to be there sitting with other people just like you and who have worse mindsets than you, who don't have nothing to live for, who don't even care. Are you willing to sit there and deal with these consequences of your actions? Yeah, daddy might have do this, mommy might have done that. Different time. So different consequences is going to come forth from the decision that is made. Even though you might be making the same decision that I made some 10 or 15 years ago, but now the consequences is different. I might have done it 30 years, 20 years ago. The consequences is different. As I begin to look over my life, because I have age, as I begin to look over my life and I begin to think about how growing up, whenever a young man found out that you were talking to them and someone else, the most they used to do at first was throw you out of the car and you get your knees scraped right up. That was a horrible thing. It evolved to them putting hands on you. Then it evolved to them taking a pew-pew and butting you with it. Then it evolved to them dragging you in the streets and embarrassing you. Now it has evolved to them completely stopping your life. Look at how things happened over the years. So that is to let us know that our decision has to be different. Because can you deal with the consequences of your decision? Can your family handle it? If you have children, can your children handle it? These are things that we have to think about and be real about. So we need to have some conversations with the next generation, and we need to talk to them about it. When certain things play out, if you don't want to listen to mommy or daddy or uncle or whoever is the guardian, at the end of the day, when you don't listen, when you reach into certain positions, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. You have to let them know. There's nothing we can do. You will be facing it by yourself. Are you ready to handle that and face it by yourself? You have to ask them these things. think about what you're doing. While you're doing it, are you preparing your mind for what you're going to face? When you face it, what you require from your family. And be real about it. Your family, are they willing to pay that cost to walk with you through all of that? Are you willing to put people's lives on hold because you want to do what you feel? Don't think about it after it has taken place. Begin to think about it from now so that you can make the right decision to not face certain things, not to get caught up in certain things, that you can walk away from that type of company, that type of places. So you don't have to go through anything and you don't have to put your family through anything. God is saying unto us, have these conversations with our children. Sit down and have these conversations with our family members and explain to them how it affects the family. Explain to them how it affects their siblings. Explain to them what you're trying, the position you're trying to put us in and what is going to be required of us. Explain to them, let them know that you're not willing to, and that isn't the route that you want to take, to have to be back and forth and have to deal with that. So let them know that it's time to make a change. It's time to change the way you see some things. It's time to change the way that you react to some things. It's time to change your attitude about some things. It's time that your mindset evolves from some things, because it's not going to crack out to be what you think. We have to have those conversations. And in having those conversations, the next thing is we have to begin to make some changes. We have to begin to get in prayer and ask God to close some doors that we opened up through our actions. Because every generation, every 10 years, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But we have to be the ones now to take time out to teach them about the action of their ways. And teach them about the consequences that comes behind our action, the actions that they're doing. You have to sit down and have these conversations with them. Let them know that you love them, you're concerned about them, you care for them, and you don't want them to face certain consequences. So you're having the conversation with them so that they do not have to go through certain things. You have to take the time and have the conversation, God is saying. Our foreparents did not have certain conversations with us. And because they did not have certain conversations with us, that does not mean that the conversations did not need to be had. Those conversations still needed to have taken place. We needed to hear certain things. We needed to know certain things. We needed to be made aware of certain things. Because no matter how much you think that you have it all figured out, you don't. And when someone that is older begin to have that conversation with you and begin to break things down for you, then you understand that a lot of things that you thought that you had figured out, you realize that you never even thought about that area or that part. Then that's where it brings you to a place of making some decisions and rethinking some things. So if you decide to go, you or I decide to go into it, you go into it with full knowledge of the consequences, and you cannot complain. You have to suck it up, you have to eat it, and you have to deal with it. But let's take the time out to give them the knowledge that is needed. and give them the knowledge that is needed, not cursing and carrying on, but taking time out and sitting down in love and explaining it to them and breaking it down to them, pleading it out, letting them know what's going on and what you don't want for their lives, and if they make these decisions, what is going to come about with their lives. Take the time out to pour this information into them in a loving way, so that they would be able to receive it. They would be able to take time out and listen, take time out and go and talk about it, and really play it over and over in their mind and see if this is the direction that they want their life to take. I'm not trying to please friends with being bad, but they would think about the consequences and how they would be away from their families, how they leave their daughters and their sons, and when they leave their daughters and sons, they leave them unprotected, and anything could happen to them because they're not around to protect them. You have to break it down to them, God is saying. Break it down to them and let them know they owe it to their children to be around. So that means that they got to walk away from whatever they need to walk away from, so that they can be around for their children. Parents, we have to parent. And parenting is not always easy. Let me be the first to say that. I totally understand that. Parenting is not easy. But we have to have some conversations with our loved ones. And we have to get to the bottom of some things. And we have to take time out. We have to listen. We have to take time out. We have to listen. And we have to help them navigate through what it is that they're going through. Yes, at first they may not want to receive it, and they may act all hard and tough. But no matter what, love breaks all that down. We may not have had the conversations with our loved ones, and you have to let them know, not because you didn't have it, you're learning it now, and you're going to have it with them because you love them and you don't want certain things for them. Young ladies, the same thing. Fathers, have some conversations with your daughters, letting them know how valuable they are, letting them know what to accept in their lives and what not to accept, letting them know that they are worth it and that they are valuable, and they're not just to allow anyone or anything into their lives. The same thing with mothers, have it with their sons, and let them know what they deserve. Let them know, always head for the sky. Don't just accept anything in your life, but head for the top. Always go for the best. Not just in quantity, but in quality. Take the time out and have these conversations with them and let them know, no matter what mistake that you have made, that you can still come back from your mistake. It may require some hard work. It may require you putting into a lot of effort and some time, but you can come back from whatever it is that you went through, or you have already gone down that path, or what you have experienced. You can evolve from it. It's time to start letting them know that it is possible. But you have to be the one to do it. I could tell you, I could be here with you while you're walking through it, but at the end of the day, you are the one that has to make the decision. You're the one that has to put in the time. It's like a young lady wanting to lose weight. What has to happen? Or a young man. They have to be the one to put down certain foods. You only could be there encouraging them, but they have to make the decision to put down the food. They have to make the decision to drink the water and eat right. They have to make the decision to get up and get out there and start walking and start exercising, start getting mobile, to be able to build their system up, to start burning the fat off. No matter how much encouragement they have or someone go with them, they still have to do it. And explain it to them that no matter how much I'm here for you, you still have to do it. You have to step up to the plate and you have to do it. Yes, it is hard. Because on this healing journey, I'm not going to tell you, it's hard. There are times that you're going to feel like it's not enough hours in the day to get done what you need done. But as you continue to step out daily to do it, as you continue to show up, even when you're exhausted, as you continue to step forward and do what you know you're supposed to do, being consistent, learning discipline, being persistent, eventually what you're going after will break and things will shift in your favor. And you have to remind them of this. It's not going to shift until you step up to the plate and start beating it down. You have to show up. Even when you don't feel like it, you have to show up no matter what they're saying to you. You have to show up because you're not doing this for them. You're doing it for you. So you have to step up. Stepping up don't always feel good. Stepping up is a conflict against your pride. Stepping up shows you how much pride in your life when you're stepping up to anything to get it done. When the enemy done say to you to your face that you can't, when people that you love done tell you you can't do it or you don't deserve it or you'll never have it, but you still want it and you decide to step to the plate to get it done. Now you're facing all of the things that they have said and you're coming up against what they've said and you're showing them different. It don't always feel good, but you know when it feels good? When that very thing that they said that you cannot have, when you accomplish it and it manifests and you get it in your hand, that's when it feels good. While you're going through the process, it's not going to feel good. It's going to be a pull. It's going to be a strain. It's going to be a stretching. It's going to be you stepping out of your comfort zone. You're stepping out of your comfort zone into the unknown. You're navigating. You're doing what you did not do before. It's going to call for a lot of, you're going to have to eat a lot of your emotions. You're going to have to eat up the things people say. You're going to have to smile when you don't feel like smiling. You're going to have to show up when you are exhausted. You're going to have to, guess what? Sometimes you cannot go where you want to go because you have to put in the time into what you're doing. You have to make sure what you're doing is straight before you can actually go and show up anywhere. Because if you don't make sure it's straight, who's going to make sure it's straight for you? So as you navigate through your journey to get to what it is that you're going after, it's going to require a lot of you. But as you continue, the more you stick with it, you come to realize, guess what? And you start to accept what it is that what is required of you. It starts to get easier to do it. You don't feel the weight of it no more like how you felt the weight of it when you first started. And this what you have to break down to them. That starting off, yes, you're going to feel it. It's going to hurt. But nevertheless, the more you get into it, the more you do, the easier it's going to become. You're not going to feel the weight like how you felt it when you first started. The more you'll be able to see your way through. The more you become disciplined, you get to understand that before I can go to bed, I have to prepare my lunch for the next day. I have to fix some breakfast because I know I have a long day tomorrow. So guess what? Before I just reach home, let me take a bath. Let me fix something to eat. When I fix what I'm going to eat for this evening, I'm going to fix enough that I can carry for lunch tomorrow. You start to prepare ahead of time so to make your journey easier. So when you prepare your dinner, you prepare enough for lunch the next day. You pack it and you rest it on the counter for it to cool. You fix something for breakfast. You said, okay, I'm gonna have and let me do the egg, let me fix it tonight, let me fix it now, so in the morning all I have to do is throw it in the microwave or throw it on the toaster for it to warm. You prepare your clothes from the night before. You make sure all your devices are on charge. You pack your bag. So time as you done eat, you could pack up everything, put it in the fridge. You clean up your kitchen, you done bathe, you done pray, you done read your Bible, you go to bed. When you wake up, you don't have it as hard. Oh, I'm so tired and I don't have what's for lunch, so you don't have to overspend. Your lunch bag is packed. Your bag for you to carry over with you is packed. You could get up, get in the tub, pray, read your Bible, get in the tub, get dressed, head out. It's an easier day because you don't have all of that overhead stress because you prepared from last night. So the more you step into putting time into the transformation in your life, the easier it becomes. While it's becoming easier, you're learning to be disciplined. You're becoming persistent. You're showing up. Even when you don't feel like it, because you understand you're going after something, and in order to accomplish it, you got to show up. You can't wait for no one to do it for you. No one could show up for you. You got to show up for you because this is your breakthrough. And you're not only breaking through physically, you're breaking through spiritually, because you're breaking through a lot of spirits. That's why it's such a fight. You're breaking through anger. You're breaking through the hurt. You're breaking through sloth. You're breaking through laziness. You're breaking through poverty. You're breaking through a lot of spirits, so you're going to feel the weight of it. But as you become disciplined, persistent, consistent, as you're doing those things and you're putting in the time, you're going to realize what was so heavy is no longer heavy, and you're going to start to accomplish what it is that you're going after. And you will realize that certain things you don't need in your life, certain places you don't need, certain people you don't need. Because you don't want to go down that path. So you begin to see life differently. You begin to make different choices. And as you begin to make different choices, some people around you will not understand the choices that you're making, but you understand because you know what it is that you want. And because you know what you want and you're going after it, you're going to come to a place where what they say don't matter. What matters is what you want. So you start making the changes. Talk to your kids. Talk to yourself. And let yourself know that some things have to change. You cannot just stay in this position for the rest of your life. No matter how much hurts I experienced, no matter how much things took place, I can't stay here. I have to move from here. I have to get more. It have to become better. It have to be easier. There are ways. I understand starting off, give myself the first 3 months. Yes, it's going to be hell. It's going to be hard. I'm going to be drained. I'm going to be, I'm going to face it for the first 3 months. It's going to be the hardest because I'm coming into it. Within that 3 months, yes, I may forget some things. Yes, I may mess up in some areas. But guess what? Eventually, I'm going to get this routine down pat. And when you start operating in a routine, it's hard to forget anything because it becomes a part of you. But nevertheless, I'm going to start. And let's encourage our kids to make that start. Let's encourage our kids to be better than us. Let's encourage our kids not to make the same mistakes that we made. Sit down and talk to them about some of the mistakes that you have made. And let them know that you don't want them down that path. Tell them, I don't want you to go down that path that I went down. Let me tell you, mom or dad was not always who you see me to be now. Mom and dad had a past. I made some bad decisions. And I can tell you from those decisions, those bad decisions that I made, it was not easy. And I'm telling you this not to control you, but to warn you, to let you know what's down that path, because I've been down that path. It may be in a different year and it may be with different people, but it's the same path. Talk to them. Allow them to know. Because I have been down that path, there are things that I can recognize that you will never recognize because you have never seen it, but I have already seen it. And I understand that it can come with many faces, many shapes and colors and sizes, but it's the same thing. All it does is masquerade. But when you check into it, it's the very same thing, and I can see it, I can recognize it because I have already experienced it. So I'm not trying to control you. Y'all, please share this broadcast. I'm going to ask everyone to please share this into at least 10 groups, because the people need to hear this. It's not to control you. It's to warn you. To let you know that you want to go down B, but B is not it. B is too broad, too wide. You need to go down a different way. You need to try a different route. Mommy or daddy already been down B. We already see. We could tell you. And trust that I'm not going to lead you down a path that's going to hurt you, that's going to end your life. I want you to be better than me. Make me proud. Don't make the mistakes that I have made. And even if you do, I still love you, but I don't want you to, because I don't want you to experience the hurt that I experienced from making certain mistakes. Talk to your kids. Talk to your nieces and nephews. Take time out and talk to them. Let them know that life can be different. And it's all about the decisions that we make will determine how our lives will be. Let them know you don't have to accept this because everyone in the community is accepting that and doing that. You don't have to do that. It's nothing wrong with being different. It's nothing wrong with stepping out and doing different. Start the trend, start the pace in the family. Break that curse. Be different, dare to be different. And be proud that you're different. Accept the fact that you're different. Accept the fact that you don't want certain things for your life. That is a beautiful thing. It's nothing wrong with it. Assure them in their decisions. We may not have had that support. We may not have had these conversations. But let's have these conversations with them so that they will know. So if they decide to still go down a path, they're going down that path with knowledge, well knowledgeable, so that when they go down that path, they know what to expect. Break it down and explain it to them. You can't change that path. That path has been marked out from the foundation. You can't change that. The only thing you could do to make changes is to avoid it. Don't go down it. But you cannot change it. Thousands, millions before us, before you, baby girl or baby boy, has been down that path and could not change it. So what makes you think that you can change that part? You cannot. But what you can do is you can avoid that part. And you don't have to go down that path. So you don't have to experience what that part brings forth. You don't have to deal with it. Let's please take the time out and talk with them. Equip them with the knowledge that they need. Equip them with the knowledge that they need. Give them a safe place that when they need to talk about whatever they're feeling or what they're experiencing, that they can have a place to come to you and talk about it. And let's try not to be judgmental. Let's try our best not to be just judgmental. Let's not use profanity in expressing ourselves to them. Let's do our best to be patient, to give them the love that they need. If you have to hold their hand, if you have to hug them, let them know that you're there for them and that you just don't want certain things for their lives. Excuse me. And you're praying that they come in agreement with you that they don't want that part for their lives also. To know that there is better out there and they can achieve better. It's not what people say. It's what God said concerning your life. And all you have to do is come in agreement with what God says. There's no lack. And that lack don't just come in finances. You can do it. And I believe in you. Put in the work. And it shall come forth. Please, let's take time out and let's pour into the youth. Our kids, let's take time out and talk to them. And let them know that they can change. They don't have to go down the same path. It's not necessary. And that they can be just who God has called them to be. The beautiful thing about it is this. As you're talking to them and encouraging them, you're ministering to yourself and allowing yourself to see that you can make the changes also. So as they embark upon their journey of changing, you can also embark upon your journey of changing. And you can begin to change the way you do things, the way you talk to them, the way you handle them. You can begin to make those changes. And as you begin to make those changes, you will see as to why you're so angry, as to why you act the way that you act. And you can begin to work on you the same time that they're working on themselves. And allow those generational curses to no longer have any authority to your lives, because now you're coming out of agreement with those curses. Because so many times we come in agreement with those curses and we don't even realize that we come in agreement. And let me just drop some nuggets here as to how we come in agreement. We come in agreement to doing the very same things that our foreparents did. Speaking the very same things, because we come in agreement with our words. We come in agreement with our actions. We come in agreement doing the very same thing. And in order for us to come out of agreement, it requires us to do different. It requires us to do different, not just say it or think it, but to actually put actions to it. To be conscious of the words that we're speaking. Not to feed those curses or those altars with speaking defeat. But to begin to speak what God says, speak life. And in order to know that, you got to get into the Word of God and see what God says concerning your situation. And recognize in your speech that you have been speaking, you've been coming in agreement with poverty. You've been coming in agreement with sickness. You've been coming in agreement with defeat. You've been coming in agreement with mediocrity. You've been coming in agreement with a lot of things through your speech and your actions. It's time now to do different. You cannot keep doing the same old thing and expect different results. It's time to do something new so that you can get a new result. Time to elevate. And in order for it to take place, it requires you to put in the work. Listen to me. On my journey of healing, y'all know I always use myself as example. My journey of healing and coming into doing things new now, doing things differently, putting in the time and the effort into me. I put in effort and time into people, so much humans. So I'm putting the time and effort into me. I find out this about the whole journey. Honestly, I found this out and it was like, wow. When I was putting in time and effort into people, it was like zero for me to spend any amount of money. It was like zero for me to put in the time into them. But now that I'm doing it for myself, I realize that I find myself sometimes like I'm pinching. Like I question, should I buy that? Should I not buy that? For me. But when it was for people, I never questioned. If they said they wanted it, I just got it. And I'm finding out a lot of things about me now that I never paid attention to before, that I never even knew that was there because I never acknowledged it. I never realized how much I poured into people and never poured into myself. When it came to me, I'm second guessing, but when it came to people, it was like zero. And I'm realizing now that yes, I have to put me first, that I cannot just be willing to spend and do for people and put in the time. But when it comes to me, I'm tired. Oh, it requires so much. And these are things that you face. It requires so much time, so much effort. And I have to tell myself, get up and make the effort. Do what it is that you're supposed to do. Show up, show off, show out. This for you. Love you enough, honor you enough, respect you enough, not to get stiffed up in pride, but pour into you. But when you're so used to pouring into others, you don't know how to pour into you. So now this is time where you have to pull aside and you have to, now for me, I have to pour into me. I have to put me first. I have to, God is always at the first. So whenever you hear me say, put me first, that is in the need of God. I want y'all to know that because God is always first. But now I have to learn to put me first. Learn to pour into me. Learn to do me. I'm serious with this. So I want to encourage you. Learn to do you. Learn to take time with you. Learn to love you. Sit down and teach your children. Learn to love you. Learn to put you first. Learn to make sure that you're straight first. Before you can administer to others, before you can help others, you have to make sure that you help you. You have to have something to be able to help others with. You cannot just keep pouring from an empty glass or keep pouring from what you have. You have to learn to pour from your overflow. Because if you don't, you'll be depleted. And people still looking for you to step up and pour, but you will be depleted. So I'm learning now to love me. I'm learning to put me first. I'm learning to pour into me. I'm learning to do me. I'm not worried about what people have to say, but I'm learning to, it's about me. If you don't call me, I'm not going to run behind and call you. If you don't text, I don't text. I'm reaching there now. I'm there now. And you have to teach your children this. We have to teach them. It's not being arrogant. But the same way you give, you want to receive. And yes, there are times that you will give that you don't look to receive. But there are times that you give that you honestly, you do look to receive. And in certain things, when you're giving, you're looking to receive. And if it's not reciprocated, then no human wants to be there. No human wants that. And teach them, don't accept less. Teach them, do not accept less. Teach them, do not accept less. And teach them that they cannot fix no one. No one can fix no one. No one has that power to fix no one. That's something that we have to remember. That's real life. No one can fix no one. Every human has to recognize that they have an issue, they have a problem, that they need to be fixed in certain areas, and they have to go after being fixed. They have to go after the healing for themselves. No one can heal them. No one can complete them. You have to make sure that you are complete yourself. So guess what? If that human walk away and that was the complete part of you, then you back broken. So that means that you was broken from the beginning. Make sure that you're complete. It's not being cold, but it's being real. It's being honest. Because this is real life. Excuse me. And you're going to be faced with real situations. And you have to teach them that they're going to be faced with real situations. So they have to know how to navigate. They have to learn what to accept, what not to accept. They have to learn when to cut off, when to walk away, and when to stay. And we have to teach them. And we have to let them know. Be honest with what you're seeing. Don't lie about it, because mommy already lied about what she saw. Daddy done lied about all the red flags and ignored it. And it ended up in a whole left field out in the cotton grove. So teach them. Pay attention to the red flags. Be honest about the red flags. Be honest about what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're picking up in your spirit. Be honest about it. Begin to teach them. Do not ignore those little things, because those things that you call so little, they are major things. Do not ignore it. Pay attention to it. Begin to teach them what to accept and what not to accept. Take time out and help them navigate life. Understand that yes, some things that they're going to have to face on their own, but at least with you then helping them to navigate and pouring into them, when they reach to that place, they would be able to navigate on their own without an issue. They will be able to. But let's make sure that we put in the time with them, so that they will be able to stand and they will understand and they will know what they have to do. So when it's time for them to make the decisions that they need to make in different areas of their lives, that they will be able to make those decisions without a problem. Amen. Let's go ahead and read our scripture for today. And we are still in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 9. For those that may not know, I'm reading from the King James Study Bible. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. The ninth and last verse. What profit he that worketh in that wherein he laboureth? And I'm going to ask you again, what time is it? What time is it in your life? Be honest about it. Have that conversation with God. What time is it? Let's get ourselves sorted out. Sagittarius, ABK, let's get ourselves sorted out. Okay? Samuel, let's go after our own healing. Margot, Marsh, Danny, Lynn, Andy, David, let's go after our own healing. Okay? Lady Shanique, Lady Emma, as we're going after our healing, that we go ahead and we help our children. We have those conversations with our children and we help our children so that they can heal and that they won't go through what we went through. Let's please take that time out and help them. I want to say thank you for all that was tapping up the screen. Thank you for all the shares. Please go ahead and share this broadcast again. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all those that show up. If you want to listen to the rebroadcast, you can go over to the website, ladycoakley.com. Yes, we have our website up and running now. ladycoakley.com. You can go over there to the website to listen to the broadcast, to the rebroadcast. Okay? Tomorrow is Wednesday. I will be on in the morning. I'm still sticking to this time, but I'm going after it. There are some days that I get it down pack, and there are other days that I'm not getting it down pack because I'm still learning to juggle everything within a day, and there sometimes it's beyond my control where things just don't work out the way that I set out for it to work out. So I don't get to really to do what it is that I have planned to do because it's beyond my control. But I'm learning. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm like about 3 months into this, going into 3 months into this. And I'm standing firm. I'm making sure that I'm 5 days a week, 1 hour each day. And sometimes we go over, yes, but nevertheless, I'm making sure that I am putting in the time, getting in the presence of God, reading my Bible, being conscious of my words and how I deal with people. And make sure I'm putting myself in position that I don't have to keep apologizing because I'm handling people right the first time. I'm being conscious of that. And as to where, when I feel certain things, I'm like questioning myself, where did that come from? What other part I gotta tap into now? What about me? Where did that anger come from? Why did I get so frustrated just now? So easy. And I'm looking into me, and I'm really looking into me now so that I can be a better person. I want to become a better person. I want to be the person that God has called me to be. So I'm taking the time out and I'm allowing God to mold me, to prune me. It's not always easy, but I know that it will be worth it. And I want to tell you the same thing. It's not always easy, but it will be worth it. I want to say that on this journey, though, of making the decisions that I've made, I'm seeing things come together in different ways. A lot of times we look for the major blessings, but let me tell you something. Some of these small blessings are beautiful. I want you to know that some of these small blessings are beautiful because it lets you know that God is listening. It lets you know that what you're doing is working, because the enemy cannot hold on to things no longer. You're taking back what the enemy stole from you because you're not fighting to live, because he cannot take your life. You're taking back your blessings. And in taking back your blessings, and they're coming to you, even though they may come one or piece, to know that they're coming, that let you know that something has shifted, something has broken in the realm of the spirit, because manifestation is taking place. So don't walk away or shy away from the small breakthroughs or small blessings. That's to let you know that something has shifted, something has rumbled, something has broken loose in the realm of the spirit. You're seeing manifestation, so you're on track. Something is happening. So far, I've had 3 things breakthrough so far, and I thank God for those things. Although they may be small, I'm grateful. 4 things so far. They may be small, but I am grateful that let me know that that what I'm doing is right. And I have to keep at it, 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 keep at it. And as I continue to keep at it, I know that eventually everything will just cave in and fall into my lap. So I have to stay at it, and I want to advise you to do the same. We decree and we declare that we will love those that are hard to love. Yes, we're going to love them in spite of. And we choose to forgive ourselves and forgive those that will never ever apologize. We choose to forgive them no matter what. Because there are some people that will never apologize. There are some people that are already dead and gone. So they're not going to apologize. But nevertheless, we choose to forgive them. Because forgiveness, as God broke it down for us, it's not for them, but forgiveness is for us. Okay? I refuse to allow unforgiveness to keep a blockage between me and God. I refuse to allow unforgiveness to stay in my life. We're not going to go into all that because we already went into what unforgiveness do. But I refuse to allow it to take up residence in my life. I refuse to, and I want to encourage you to refuse to also, and make a decision to love those that are hard to love. Love yourself, forgive yourself, and forgive those that will never apologize. Take time out and apologize to yourself. And learn the new you. Tell people, yeah, that was the old me. You have to get to know this new me. Okay? Thank you for tuning in with Lady C from Nuggets for Wisdom LLC every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And we know that if things be beyond my control, I still come on through the day. Whatever time I become available, I go ahead, get myself sorted out, and jump right on. And if I miss a day, I would either come on a Saturday or Sunday to make sure that I make up for that day that I'm on 5 times a week. Let's be consistent. Let's learn discipline. Let's learn to be persistent. And let's receive everything that we're supposed to receive that God says is ours. So I'm leaving now, and I will see you all in the morning. And let's continue to call it forth. Let's continue to speak what God says and not speak of our own, but let's continue to speak and come in agreement with the written and spoken word of God. See you all tomorrow morning. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.